woman will sit in the cabinet of Kenya. That one, Mr. Speaker, for a long time, the Ministry of Health has been suffering from non-medics at the helm. Today, we have a qualified, competent physician who is going to head the Ministry of Health. And that person is even a female for that matter. That is the biggest achievement for the Republic of Kenya and for the medical fraternity, that a medical doctor for a long time is going to sit in the cabinet and advance the decisions for the country. In Deborah, Mr. Speaker, I see an opportunity both for the profession to influence leadership. As a doctor, she's technically sound and willing to learn and work with the team, very highly competent medical team that will advance the healthcare system in the country to a higher level. I think through her, I see an opportunity that we shall be able to achieve the universal health coverage. For the other ministers, there are ministers who have been away from their offices. They have been operating from private offices. They do not answer people's phone calls. And I think it's an opportunity for them to rethink about what they are doing and change their standard. But for the president, I repeat, the president has actually destroyed the opposition. He has brought the country into one table where we shall all work together as a team. And with those, I support the committee report. For the lady who was rejected, as a gynecologist, I have a sympathy that I wish she's not rejected. As a woman, as a doctor who looks after the health, welfare of women, that woman is highly qualified. She is Director of Administration in Office Interior. Why should she not be able to perform well at the interview? So I know the president knows when he picked her, and I hope she'll be chosen.
Member for Malava.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also arise to support this report and thank the President for what he has done for this country. In my opinion, these persons who have been nominated actually are competent enough to serve the country. And I would like to urge these particular persons that they should serve the country and particularly help the President. You know, some of the CSS who have been dropped, Mr. Speaker, they could not articulate government policies, government programs, and I would urge these ones, because they are competent enough to ensure that they have done this to assist the President. Mr. Speaker, I want also to specifically appreciate the President for nominating 2 more persons from Western Kenya to serve in his cabinet. This is Oparanya and Mulongo. And we appreciate so much because now we have 3 of them in the cabinet, in addition to the Prime Cabinet Secretary. And we support the President. We appreciate the President. It's only that I may also wish to ask Oparanya. He has been outstanding in his performance. When he was Minister for Planning, he did so well. When he was Governor, he was ranked topmost. When he was a Member of Parliament, his CDF was ranked the best in the country. I would urge him, because when it comes to formation of cooperatives in Western Kenya, they are weak. Those cooperatives are not so many in Western Kenya. The people in Western Kenya do not really embrace cooperatives. I would urge him, as he serves the entire country, he also focuses so much on Western Kenya to ensure that he has sensitized the people on the importance of cooperatives. He has sensitized the people on the value of the Hustler Fund, which many other communities have embraced and really benefiting from it. I want also to urge that the new CSS who have been nominated, they actually consult a lot from the CSS who have been reappointed in the cabinet, because those CSS who are doing so well, and I believe if this can consult them, quite a lot will happen in the country. Mr. Speaker, some of the CSS who have been dropped were so arrogant, and I would urge the present one now, they become down to earth in terms of their service, and they should know their ministries quite well, so that even when they appear before departmental committees, they know what they are talking about, they know what they are presenting before the committee in terms of their ministries. Otherwise, I support this report. Thank you.
Opondo Kaluma.
Honorable Speaker, I thank you very much. Honorable Speaker, before the nomination of the last batch of the nominees herein, I spoke here very passionately about the need for the appointing authority to always comply with the provisions of Article 232 of the Constitution, in particular sub-Article 1, G, H, and I. Honorable Speaker, when I spoke so, I did not know who the President had under consideration. But I was speaking because when you come from Homa Bay across Migori to Nyamira and Kisii, we had only one CS in Machogu formerly. And we had only one PS in Raymond Omolo for Interior and National Security, for whom we had thanked the President. Honorable Speaker, allow me therefore to start by thanking His Excellency the President for not just ensuring ethnic and regional balance, but for remembering minorities living within Luo Nyanza. Honorable Speaker, it is the first time a person from Luo Nyanza region, not necessarily a Luo, has been nominated to be appointed, if this House approves, as the Cabinet Secretary in charge of Treasury. Honorable Speaker, it is also the first time we are having that ministry and also a person in charge of the energy docket, if approved, from that same region.
Yeah, order. Yes, Carol Omondi. Service time.
To profile the Sudanese people as not necessarily Luos.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Karoli is a Suba, and Subas are minorities living within Luo Nyanza. They are not Luos. That is the fact of the matter. And so let me make that very clear. But I'm thanking the President because that appointment is within Luo region. Honorable Speaker, that in addition to the other nominations and of people whose integrity, whose competences we have tested in this House, make me very pleased. I also want to thank the President for nominating the former governor for Kakamega County, which was the best in terms of performance of counties, the Honorable Wycliffe Oparanya and Governor Joe. Honorable Speaker, let me end by thanking, as I thank the President, for appointing the Honorable Murkomen to the Ministry of Sports. You know, we forget Kenyans, but this was our best striker in Bunge Football Club, position 9, and I'm not worried at all that he's going to do very well. Honorable Speaker, having said that, let me make a comment on one thing that is very important. Honorable Speaker, the Committee on Appointments is the most powerful committee of this House. It is a committee chaired by none other than the Speaker of the National Assembly, who is the third in ranking in government. Honorable Speaker, when you look at this list, there are people who have been politicians as MPs, as governors, or have been ministers before having undergone vetting, except only 3. Honorable Speaker, you may therefore forgive those who never appeared to be well composed before the committee. Honorable Speaker, you know Dr. Barasa is my family doctor. I saw her look at you and she was very shaken before the members initially for the first 30 minutes. But you saw how she got composure as the vetting went on. Honorable Speaker, this lady called Stella Lang'at. This lady served as a divisional officer, assistant county commissioner in my area. This lady served as an assistant commissioner, county commissioner in my area. Let us forgive if she appears before you, the Honorable Speaker, with these serious members, Honorable Ichungu Abrejunet. Let us not judge her on failure to define one word called femicide and those others. This lady will deliver. And therefore I support this Honorable Speaker, but I'm praying for a rejection or a disapproval of this part and its amendment so that this lady may also be included. Honorable Speaker, in the first parliament, we rejected Phyllis Kandie, and she performed very well, Malonza. Now it is this lady. What is our issue with the ladies that every vetting, at least some woman must be rejected? Honorable Speaker, I pray this amendment be made. Otherwise, I'm grateful.
DK.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to set the record straight that I support the report of the Committee on Appointment with reservations on the rejection of Stella Lang'at. As we have heard, the lady has been a director at the Interior State Department. And the fact that maybe during that day, she didn't wake up properly so that she can be able to answer the questions does not necessitate us negating, because I also followed her very closely, and I can tell that she spoke very good English, and she never spoke Kalenjin throughout the interview. So I want to urge this House. That as we support our men and women who will be our cabinet secretaries by tomorrow, let us bring an amendment so that the way we supported CS Malonza, we also seek the indulgence of this House so that we can be able to save this very beautiful soul. Because in our Kalenjin culture, they say that during an initiation ceremony, when a young man or a young woman just comes uninvited and he sees the ceremony, then it follows that she or he has to be initiated. So I also dare say that given that this beautiful lady has seen the ceremony, let us allow her to serve, and from the service, we can determine whether she is able to serve or not. As I finish, I want to support the nominees, especially my chair for PAC, Honorable Mbadi.
Order,
I know
order, DK. There's a point of order from Wamumbi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want Honorable DK to clarify whether he is supporting the lady because she is beautiful or whether he is supporting her because of her capacity. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I think the lady, I know her, she has a very beautiful brain, she is elegant, and she can perform. So, so as I finish, I know my friend Honorable Mbadi, Chirchir, Honorable Murkomen, and all the other nominees are going to perform wonders. The only thing we urge the CSS, let them avoid opulence as much as possible, because that is one of the issues that the Gen Z raised, and we don't want to see it going forward. Thank you very much. I support the committee's report.
Nice.